Okay, guys, let's check this out here. So this is my Mastodon account. I'm going to go through something real quick, just because it's kind of people are confused, right? So you can join any server, and I'll show you how. Let's see here. We'll go here. This is just a server. This is Mastodon Social, right? Now, I'm not signed in. It says sign in to follow profiles or hashtags, favorite shares, whatever here. Now, if I can't sign into this one because I don't belong to this one. So what I can do is I can view this one. You see George Takei is on this one, or let's see, I'm at the Explorer. If I go to local, local is this server. Okay, now I still can't interact with it. What I could do is I could like, if I see somebody on this server, I could go and I could copy their username, and then I could go back to my server where I'm logged in, and I could go up here and I could put it in there, and I could search for them, and sometimes it's slow. I'm recording, whatever. Okay, so here they are. So then I could go to their account. Now I'm here in my server, so I can follow them. If I go here, if I go to follow them, see, it pops up. It says, with an account in Mastodon, you can follow their posts in their home feed. Since Mastodon is decentralized, you can use your existing account hosted by another Mastodon server or compatible platform if you don't have an account on this one. So what they're saying is, if you don't have an account on this server, you can still find Scott Snowden through your server if you're logged in. Now what it says here is, on a different server? Oh, well, it gives you the link. Here, copy and paste this URL and then search field in your favorite Mastodon app or web interface of your server. So if I copy this and I put it up here, right? Or if I think if I put it here, right here, what it's saying, right? Then it's going to find it for me. So log into your account, whatever server you pick, and search, and you'll be able to find people all across. See, so it finds him, so I could come here and I could follow him. Who is this guy? I don't know if I want to follow him. Tech environment. Yeah, alright, I'll follow him. What the hell? Okay, so now I followed him. I couldn't follow him over here, right? Because even though this is his server, I don't belong to that server. Okay? So that's kind of how you end up. Now, let's just, I know this is like really kind of confusing here a little bit. Let's go home. Okay, so you've created your account. This is your, this is your, up here. Oh, damn it. Right, messing with me. This is your thing here, right? This is this. Okay? That's this box. Now this has up to 5,000 characters on this server, and I think that's incredibly insane. But just play with this. So you can put attachments, you can add a poll, change the privacy. There's, you got emojis up here. It doesn't look all that cool, right? Because it's not polished up. But here's my profile. If you just click over here, you go to my profile. You see I set it up kind of the same way. I haven't posted a whole lot. If I want to edit on it, edit profile, this will take you back to a number of different settings. Okay? You can actually verify yourself by following these steps. Set your preferences. I haven't figured out how to switch to a different server if you ever wanted to do that. Maybe I'll do a video later on that. But, your typical settings, you're going to go through those just like you do on any of your other social media accounts. And then here is your feed, right? This is like your Twitter home. Okay, you have all your stuff over here. You have all your stuff over here. Well, here's your Mastodon. You have your main feed. Now, this is your home feed. The home feed shows you people that you're following. See, I don't follow this person, but I follow this person who is boosting this person. So it's showing me this person's thing. So now if I click on this person, if I decide I want to follow them, I can follow them. Just like in Twitter, when somebody likes or retweets something that you follow, you'll see it, right? So that's your home feed. Notifications, of course, are notifications. Explore is the same thing. You know, you have your hashtags, your posts, same thing. Local, now here's where it gets interesting. See, and they put these little, I'm leaving these up here. These are the most recent public posts from people whose accounts are hosted by this server, the Climate Justice Social Server. Okay, this is actually a domain name that they installed Mastodon on, an instance of Mastodon, just like you would install an instance of WordPress on a domain and build a website. You can install an instance of Mastodon, but because it's a decentralized thing and it works through this activity pub, is what they call it, they communicate with each other. So instead of it being like Discord or Slack, where you have these different servers and you have to go into that server to communicate, they have a federated feed. Now look at what's going on here. This is everybody that's posting to Mastodon right now on all servers across the feeds. Okay? And it just goes in chronological order. There is no algorithmic engagement activity going on here. Like, that's what happens on Twitter, right? Twitter shows you content based on who you engage with the most, and algorithms based on your interests, right? And this is just chronological. Now you think, oh my gosh, how can I keep up with that? Well, you just scroll a little bit and it'll stop. And it'll keep filling up above you, but you can now scroll this federated feed. And that's everybody that's posting to Mastodon across all servers. That's kind of cool when you think about it. See, I didn't know that when it first came out. I thought it was more like, you know, Discord and stuff like that. But this activity pub technology is what allows your account here on Mastodon to connect to other services that are similarly built on this framework, not just Mastodon. And I can talk about that in another video. So this is your federated feed. Of course, you have direct messages. I don't have any yet. Favorites would be favorites, bookmarks, lists, right? So if you want to just talk to people in your local server because you're a climate activist, which eventually, I don't know, I might switch servers. I am a climate advocate, but I'm not really like knowledgeable on, like, you know, I support everything they're doing, but there's people that are much more qualified than me, so I don't know, you know, how much I fit into this particular group. However, you can switch your account at any time to another server. You can move your profile over, and that would be your local group now. You would still end up seeing all the people you follow and whatever they're posting in your home feed. Okay? This is kind of, your home feed is kind of more like your Twitter feed, because your Twitter feed gives you interactions with people you follow. I follow Bree. I follow this person, right? These are all people I follow. Or, let's see if I can find one eventually, maybe, a retweet or something of somebody that somebody follows. It tells you, geez, everybody's busy today, everybody I know. So you might see something, so this person replied. So I don't follow this person, right? I don't follow this person. But because I follow this person and they replied, now I see this in my home feed, right? So that's kind of what you get out of your home feed on Mastodon, is it's people who you follow, people who, you know, that follow you, they reply, boost, whatever. Okay? And if you want to see everybody in the world on Mastodon, you would go to the federated feed. and then you just scroll down a little bit. You'd stop it, and it'd still be filling up above you because it's just going crazy. I don't know technologically what kind of plans they have for rolling out updates. I suppose if the platform gets more attention, they could, certainly work on features that people request. However, what you must understand is each one of these servers is hosted by somebody, by some individuals who have gotten their own servers and who have installed an instance on their own server. And these servers are not cheap. This isn't like doing a server for a typical, blog website or something where you can just buy a cheap server, shared server. These have to be dedicated, either VPS or dedicated servers, and you have to have access to the actual server components in order to do certain things. So it's not just as easy as, going to GoDaddy, or I don't do GoDaddy, but Geek Storage or a place like that, and getting a shared host and then creating your own server and saying, oh, we're going to call it, radical socialism, socialism.social or whatever, and we're going to talk about socialism over here, and that's going to be our local group. That's fine, but there's expenses. It's going to cost you. That these servers are not for free. So the people who are supporting this server, there's ways to support the servers. I think down in the, you can contact the server. The server owners might advertise how you can help support the server, or they might just be well-to-do enough to where they don't care and they're paying for it themselves and they want to give people an alternative to other places. And that's what basically you've got. So it really looks weird when you get down to it. When you first get here, it's like, oh, it's all weird. But really, it's not that much different. The only difference is kind of you're publishing. I'm making a video on how to use Mastodon. I always want to spell it E. Now, if I publish that, it'll show up, boom, on my local feed. It'll probably show up on the home feed because there's not much activity. Now, if I go to the federated feed, I would probably, let's see, it might show up. I was already scrolled down a little bit. Or it might have already gotten buried, right? But it's in here chronologically. As soon as I posted it, my post went into the federated feed. And once I shoot the video, if I come here and I post a link to the video, then anybody who's wants to see it from Mastodon, it'll be in the feed. But you see how this federated feed is it's hard to keep up with, right? So here's the secret now. What is it we're trying to, or how is this any different, or how are you going to be able to connect with people? It's the same way you do on Twitter or anywhere else. It's where people go. You got to find the people, and you go there. It's basically, whether or not people are there. See, somebody just liked my post about I'm making a video, okay? So that came up in my notifications. So, it's really, that's kind of it. You have different options. This takes you back to your preferences. I tell anybody, click on every one of these. Read everything, after you set up. Read everything. See what it's all about. Make sure that all of your settings are the way that you prefer them, and then go about using it. If people are posting to Twitter what their Mastodon username is, things like that, I do believe I had people posting that, and that's where I went and found them, right? So if somebody posts something, they'll post they'll post this, right? Basically what they'll do, they'll post this, and you would just come to your server where you're logged in. And if you're not logged into your server, then you'll just be at their server. You won't be able to like them until you actually log in. Okay? You won't be able to follow them, I should say, or interact with them on their server. I mean, I hope that makes sense. You get it. They're basically connecting all these servers through a technology that they call federated, and you can associate, you can communicate. See, now they finally, it's a little slow, it just depends. But I'm in my server, I search for this person. This person is not in my server. You see up here, they're in collectiva. Okay? But even though they're in this server, which, watch, I can find this, right? I can put this up here, and I'll go to this server. And it's going to tell me to log in because I can't do anything. Now, if I come here and I get that person and I put them up here, right? And it'll take me to their profile, right? However, as soon as I go to follow, it's going to ask me to do, I can't follow because I'm not logged into this server, right? So up here, log in, sign up, because I'm not logged into the server. It's technically a different website. But as soon as I'm over here, watch, I can follow them. Okay, because I'm in my server and it's interacting with the network. All right? Do we understand that? Do we kind of get that? I know it might seem a little confusing at first. Here, I'm back to my notifications. Somebody else liked my thing. Isn't that nice? But, you know, it's really not that difficult once you get down to it. You guys all know Peter Kalmus from Twitter. I mean, he's probably one of the main people in this server. He's a major climate activist. So, anyway, I didn't know what server to join either, and I just happened to find the climate justice one, so I figured, well, of course I support climate activism, so I'll just join that one and I'll see what this is all about. And that's where we're at, right? So, I hope this helps. I'll end the video here, and make sure you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, please. I'm trying to get that up to 1,000 and get some more content out there for people over the next coming year. I think you guys will appreciate it. So like and subscribe, and I appreciate it.